I won't interest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain. Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil by my... Because Detective Bad is always telling me, you should always write your name and everything you're... Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. You won't be docking the pay about 15 times a week. There's a knife wound in his chest. Wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rose. Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rose is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Shot in the chest. Take some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it is discharged from a fire. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Durrell. Mr. L must have been shot from at least a yard or so away. You sure didn't know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as everyday marsupial. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he used the gun at Mr. L and fired. However, Mr. L managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. And then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. What a crazy way to go. Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. I believe I now have a firm grasp on what happened here. That splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. I see, good work. Ah, you know I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand. It's fair to assume he is left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. Maybe they were super quiet in that scuffle. Or like they anything from out in the hallway, you know. Maybe the plastic bag scattered on the floor of the assault. The window is open. There's a fresh flower scent in the air. Oh, the flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for each one? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped from this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell flowers after falling from the third floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? Yeah, I guess there's that too. But wait, no one could get through those windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? That TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. Oh, let me see it. Wow, this thing is huge. Ah! I'm way too noisy. Yours don't touch it, you get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Preservation and crime scene is the foundation of detective work. Foundation, Well, that's something the rookie here needs to show up on. There's a very tiny pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. Not likely another ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle, in which case might there not be another explanation as to how it got there. No reason. Please get that blood away from me, pal. Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is in this bag? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Alright. Hurry. Wait till you get all this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else in the bag either. It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Okay, if you say so. Leave it in your hands, pal. Guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did get each other. No? We can't conclude that point yet. Still something I find very peculiar. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there is actually a contradiction that shows there is no possibility. No way, pal, really? I suppose I'll just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. There's a clear contradiction when the evidence in the spot. Really, pal? Because I don't see anything wrong. I was merely testing you. And I'm now going to penalize myself. I figured to think there's a gun leaves on bullets from the planet. Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on a bullet, you can tell which gun it is. Yeah, that's it. Of course I knew about that, pal. Maybe you'd be better off going back to the... Come on, sir. Give me some slack, will you? State of both, I was fired from the spin of what failed Mr. Earl.
Eureka!
Nope. Oh, the pen. Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is yes. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he's left-handed. And yet, the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, ladies and gentlemen, is a great contradiction haunting this family. Hey, you're right, Belle. That does seem kind of strange. Let's get something like that first out of one conclusion. One alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. There's the presence of a shadowy figure behind his page. September 10th, District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Here's the autopsy report. It is probable that Mr. Nell survived for a short time after his death. Are you sure we know everything? Do you really believe that to be the truth? Don't worry, I will. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show us that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory.
Hold it!
Do you truly believe that Mr. Faraday died instantaneously? I have the murder report with me.
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Bell before he died. Do you have any basis for that statement? Alright, so if Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, he must have attacked Mr. Bell before being stopped.
Hold it!
Do you believe that the dying Mr. Bell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday? Can you really say that it's perfect? Nothing, however, I can't let you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise, so if you could append that statement to your testimony.
Objection!
If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's gonna come back to haunt him. Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. Not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Bell saw a chance and took it out at some point. Isn't there something strange in Francisco's statement just now? Wait, as I suspected, something doesn't tell. It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Bell after being stabbed.
Take that!
According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that. But of course, negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory? I see you've been studying, Francisca. How naive of you to believe not only your opinions of ours. Still expect to discover the truth how the fancy offers you. Francisca, you've still got a way to go. Mr. Faraday died instantly. And the fact that he did is what gives rise to a contradiction in the scene. The contradiction here in this crime scene is the other events. None. Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Bell. And then, the wounded Mr. Bell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. On being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Bell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which the bodies have been piled. Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Bell's. Therefore, Mr. Bell must have died before Mr. Faraday. Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. means and the real mystery behind this crime scene.
Objection!
He sure bounced back quickly. Explanation will be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong.
Hold it!
Objection!
Hold it! Hold it! Objection!
So you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it is written in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. L's clothes. Therefore, Mr. L and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. There being no chance that Mr. L moved that far to be shot, that leaves only one possible explanation. The person that attacked first murders instinct. Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter what man claim attacked first. Thus, there can be only one explanation. There was a third person. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. L. Decided bodies out to make it look like a double murder. The third person is the real culprit. Evidence.
Take that!
The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with his blood on it. These two items point to the presence of a third person. Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. I was in the doorway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single beep of a struggle. It wasn't a struggle in this room. Then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground, meaning that someone else must have deliberately scattered them around. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for a moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. The culprit held a knife with a plastic bag around it. They could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, they were able to conceal their presence. Looks like we still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yeah.
Objection!
What takes up with you, pal? Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. What? What's the meaning of this? Looks like you're a man not just in his buttons. Don't you dare. That detective claims he was there, so he wasn't there in time. Monsieur, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What? Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday? No, of course not, sir. I didn't know it all the time, but I didn't hear a single beep or struggle. That statement's really a lie. Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of 2 men. Spit out the truth, or so help you. I haven't lied to anyone, sir, honest. I really was there. Didn't know it all the time. Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly. Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight for something. What's that? What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about? I suppose one thing I'd like clarified is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime. Motive, huh? Gumshoe, you got a grudge against Faraday or something? No, sir, not me. Not a single bad thing against Miss Faraday, sir.
Objection!
I'm telling you, I am not lying. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy. All I'm interested in is a perfect explanation. Meaning? Pretty sure that if I was about to pay, Gumshoe would also have killed Edgeworth. You totally misunderstand me, pal. But how mad I get, I could never hold a grudge. Quiet. You can't trust anything you say. Sir. There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed per se. There are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Misuse a perfect explanation. May not be so perfect at all. A week ago, you and Detective Gumshoe acquaintances? And how did you know about Detective Gumshoe?
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday was upset. Completely innocent, I tell you. The poor man.
Hold it!
You just stood there watching this unfold in front of you. No way! I thought it was because I had something stuck on my face. Just over your eyes, Nosman. Alright. Huh? Miss Yu, if you don't mind, I'd like to return to your testimony now.
Hold it!
Because new Detective Sally right off the bat like that. Speaking of cutting my salary, didn't you find a deal on me earlier too? I suppose I did. Well, I guess you really shouldn't cut people's pay. Detective Bad, going to tell me Mr. Von Karma cut your salary earlier?
Hold it!
You call your explanation perfect. Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Raise an objection. I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive to kill Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. L? If there was no clear motive for both the murders, then I doubt this incident would have occurred. Don't you agree? Is anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves? What? That's impossible. You must know something. Don't even do anything, you're already laughing away. Oh? Would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation. I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second. I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? I should take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. Second KG-8 incident, as people are calling it, involving an embassy staff member.
Hold it!
So there is no one else who might have a grudge against both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Wren. She's lying to her. He just saw someone like Nat here earlier.
Hold it!
Someone with a grudge against one of the men. In that case, aren't there plenty of other people who fit the bill?
Hold it!
So you're saying that he was basically silent? What? Detective Gumshoe, you'd kill even me? What? I could never do something as terrible as that, John. There's no need for even a second of deliberation. I will hand down my verdict here.
Objection!
Your Honor, please look around. We are not in the court right now. It would be greatly appreciated if you'd stay here with us in reality. Please forgive me. I know not what I do.
Hold it!
I didn't do it, pal. Why do you have to kick a man while he's down, pal? I think this proves one thing about the detective. He has the mental acuity of a worm. That's the myth explanation makes sense. However, there's also something she overlooked in her testimony. I'll present that piece of evidence and see if I can make this the truth.
Objection!
Miss Yu, I believe there is someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not to bring this person up? We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. We think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was a suspect in the original KG-8 incident. A member of the Cadopian embassy staff, Mr. Moneypochi. That's right, the very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the Cadopian embassy staff, Mr. Rell, and the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG incident, Mr. Faraday. You're telling me that Mr. Coachman has no reason at all to kill both of those men? You're going for me, pal. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. It's still a suspect making a mistake like that. Perfect evidence, perfect testimony, these are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it. You'll stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Coachman for me. Remember, I will not be very forgiving should any of this be true. You want to investigate Coachman? You'd just be wasting your time. And why is that? Coachman was up in the viewing gallery watching the trial. So I was told. The cop in his place been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived. I suppose so. No way, come on, Detective Badge, you can't believe me, sir. He wasn't no way the whole time, sir. Never took a single step into this room, sir. Okay, then you're saying there was someone else you passed through the whole way? No, there was no one else. Then why should I believe you didn't do it? I have to admit, it's a bit strange. Those criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to save their time. If now the detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent, I think that at the very least offer a space house while on duty. Come on, Gumshoe, time for interrogation. Detective Bad. And nuts, as they say, is that right, everyone? Before we do, Miss Yu, there's something I'd like to speak with you about. I've set these two men up and make it look like they killed each other. There's one thing I cannot forgive, it's the desecration of the dead. The current case of the murdered Cadopian embassy staff member. Heard that people have begun calling it the second KG-8. I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG-8. No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KG-8 incident. I do. I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here. If you could please stop laughing for just 1 second. It's going to make any headway like this. It's going to show her exactly how related to the KG-8 incident she is. I believe that I have proof of your connection to KG-8 incident. Through the victim. Your connection to the KG-8 incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will notice that she has the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you're not related to this case? Miss Yu, I ask that you please tell me the truth. Why did Mr. Coachman want to meet with you earlier? The way she talks about slapping when she laughs away is kind of creepy. As I thought. Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I work my own way, and I'll catch this criminal my own way as well, you'll see. I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals in this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. KGA's instance in this murder investigation. So I believe that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus that Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly, this case is far from over. But whether or not that detective is a murderer can only be determined when I complete my perfect investigation.